Welcome. In this session, we will learn and understand how to perform reliability analysis in Smart PLS3 software. So first of all, we need to understand what is reliability analysis and what are the important methods that have been utilized to measure reliability analysis. And then we will demonstrate how to perform reliability analysis in Smart PLS3 software. So first of all, we need to understand what is reliability analysis. Have a look. Reliability analysis mean that a measure, or we can say that questionnaire should consistently reflect the construct that it is measuring, or we can say that in other words, reliability is the extent to which the different item measures or assessment are consistent. So this is basically the main reason, that's why we need to perform this essential step while conducting a research work. So we are having different options to perform reliability analysis, and these different methods are: the first one is outer loading of item, the second one is composite reliability, and the third one is Cronbach alpha. So these three are renowned methods which we have utilized to analyze reliability analysis in Smart PLS3 software. So first of all, we need to understand the concept as well as the threshold limit of these three methods. Outer loading. Outer loading reflects the correlation between an item and its corresponding latent variable. The acceptable limit of outer loading is it must be greater than 0.70. However, few researchers stated that the loading greater than 0.60 may also be accepted. So basically, the very first analysis that we have performed in reliability analysis is outer loading, and the threshold limit it must be greater than 0.70. So which means that each and every item should be greater than 0.70 outer loading. However, few researchers stated that the value of outer loading greater than 0.60 may also be accepted. So if a value of an item of outer loading is greater than 0.60, so we can accept and retain that particular item in our research activities. So similarly, another important method to analyze reliability analysis is composite reliability. So we need to perform composite reliability to analyze the internal consistency of items. The acceptable limit of composite reliability is starting from the value that is 0.60, while preferable range is 0.70 and greater. However, the value more than 0.90 is not desirable because it is very near to 1, and 1 basically denoted as perfect reliability. The third most important method to analyze reliability analysis is coefficient alpha, which is called Cronbach alpha. So we used Cronbach alpha technique to check the internal consistency of multiple item scale. The general rule of thumb is that Cronbach alpha of 0.70 and above is good, 0.80 and above is better, and 0.90 and above is best. However, value 0.95 is not desirable because it is very near to 1. So these are the three different methods that we utilized in order to perform reliability analysis in Smart PLS3. So the next step is that we are going to demonstrate how we analyze and interpret these different methods in order to measure reliability analysis. For that purpose, we need to open Smart PLS3. Have a look. So this is basically an overview of Smart PLS3 software. So we are already developed a research model. So here we are having 297 observation or sample size. The respondent that we have collected the data. Double click on model view and just drag and drop your desired variable. This is basically the first variable, which is known as knowledge exploration. I am just using the abbreviation, you can use the whole name as well. So this is basically the first variable. We may change the direction of the variable item as well. So here we are. Knowledge exploration is our first independent variable. The second variable is TM. TM stands for knowledge transformation. We are going to change its name. The third variable is knowledge exploitation. Right click into it, rename as knowledge exploitation. So we are having three different variables which are independent variable. So here we are also having 1 and 2 dependent variable. Have a look. So here we are, this is our dependent variable, which is innovative performance. Change the direction of items as well as change the name of variable, which is innovative performance, IP. The next step is that we need to connect the model, because we know that these red color indicates that the path model is not connected. Have a look. How do we determine? Click on calculate, click on any type of analysis like PLS algorithm. It shows that your current path model is not valid. So what do we need to do? Basically we need to connect or interlink these variables. So first variable is knowledge exploration, which is independent variable, and innovative performance is our dependent variable. So we need to connect like this. The second variable is knowledge transformation, which impact on innovative performance, and the third variable is knowledge utilization or exploitation, which impact on innovative performance. So have a look. So now our path model is completed. It shows that the model name, variable name should be changed like this. It is knowledge transformation, it also knowledge exploration. So we need to change its name like knowledge utilization like this. So now our path model is completed. It looks good. So now we are able to perform reliability analysis. So we are having, in this model we are having 3 independent variable and 1 dependent variable. So our independent variable are KE knowledge exploration, KT knowledge transformation, and KU knowledge utilization, and our dependent variable is innovative performance. So we are also perform or include multiple variable or even single or 2 variable in our research model. The analysis and the interpretation of different variables are almost same. So how do we analyze or perform reliability analysis? So for that purpose we need to click on calculate menu. This is basically the first option. Click on calculate and click on PLS algorithm. So the second and the shortcut method is that we are having an icon in our screen that also denoted as calculate. So just click on calculate, click on PLS algorithm. Have a look. So here we are. Just click on start calculation. So before this we need to change this value at least iteration up to 5000. If I change into 5000 it will take time, so I retain it up to 300 iteration. and just click on start calculation. So have a look, the calculation has been started. So here we are. Now another window has been opened with named as path coefficient, basically the result of our model. Have a look. So first of all, we have seen different values related to the different item. We can see that these different values are pertinent to each and every single item of a variable like this. So basically these are the item loading of the variable. So in order to perform reliability analysis, as we discussed earlier, the first method is that we check the item loading of the variable. So have a look, these are the PLS algorithm result. So have a look, final result, we are having an option that is outer loading. So have a look, these are item outer loading. Just click into it and have a look. We are having our variable and the relevant item of that particular variable as well. So these are basically the outer loading values. Have a look. As we seen that we are having two different color of values. The good thing in smart PLS is that it represented the values that are lies within the threshold limit in green color, and those values which are not lies within the threshold limit are colored as red, because these values are less than threshold limit. But if we can see that our first variable, that is knowledge exploration, so we are having 9 items of knowledge exploration. Have a look, where are these are basically ERL1 up to ERL9. So basically these are 9 items, and these are the outer loading of these 9 items. So have a look. So among 9 items, we are having 5th item values which are greater than 0.70. As we know that the threshold limit of outer loading is it must be greater than 0.70. However, few values like this ERL6, ERL9 and ERL7 are greater than 0.60. So as we stated that the value which are greater than 0.60, we can accept these item outer loading. So these values ERL7 and ERL9 are also fall acceptable limit, because these values are greater than 0.60. So have a look, ERL5 is making a trouble and ERL6 also making a trouble, because these values are less than 0.60. See the other variable as well, knowledge transformation. So we are having positive results 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.6 greater than 0.6, so also acceptable 7, 8. So the problem is this ET4. So similarly, if we can see our third variable, this is basically our dependent variable which is called as innovative performance, and all these values are greater than 0.70, lies acceptable limit, so no issue. And have a look, the last variable. So only last variable TM8 is having an issue which is very near to 0.60. We may retain it, however we will see either we retain it or not. So these are basically the item loading. So first step is that those values which are not lying under the acceptable limit, we need to delete those items. So in our case, we need to delete ERL5, ERL6, ET1, because these values are very low as compared to 0.60, ETL4, TM8 very near to 6. So we need to delete the item, that is ETL1, ETL4 and ERL5 and 6. So have a look. The proper way, you need to delete the item one by one and reanalyze either the values of outer loading are adjusted or not. So we are going to delete the value which is very less. So this is basically 0.2 which is very less. I am going to delete, right click on it, we are going to delete this item. So 1 and 2 item has been deleted, but the variable alignment has been changed. We need to adjust it. So what should we do? Basically we are going to right click onto it and just we need to align your indicators. So basically the indicators are top, so align indicator top. So now these items are aligned. We are going to click on calculate PLS algorithm. Again click on start calculation. So have a look, outer loading. So now the outer loading of the variable also is making a trouble like 0.348. So we need to delete this variable as well. Select the variable item and just delete it. Adjust as well. Again click on calculate PLS algorithm, click OK. So now we can see that all these items outer loading are greater than 0.60. We can see that. So knowledge exploration variable has no issue with respect to outer loading. But one thing we need to note that it doesn't mean that if the values are less than 0.60 we are going to delete all the items. So we must delete 1 or 2 items in our whole model as well. In some cases we may delete 3 to 4 items. So in other words, check the outer loading of other variable as well. As these outer loading are okay, move forward, look other variable. So ETL, so ETL4 and ETL1 is making a trouble. So we need to delete all those variables, ETL1 and ETL4. Have a look. This is ETL1 less than 0.60. This is ETL4 also less than 0.40. So the method is that we need to delete one by one for now. But for now I am just selecting all those variables and going to delete it. Adjust the alignment as well because the indicators are at bottom, so select as bottom as well. Click on calculate PLS algorithm and start calculation. So have a look. Now the item outer loading of the variable knowledge utilization or exploitation are okay. Each and every value is greater than 0.60. This variable also okay. So have a look what is the outer loading of knowledge transformation. 0.598, which is very near to 0.60. We may retain it. If we can see the dependent variable outer loading, these values are also greater than 0.60. Again click on outer loading, see those values which are less than 0.60. Almost all variable items are okay now. So this is how we are going to perform or analyze the outer loading of our all the variables in order to analyze the data reliability. The second analysis is that we are going to analyze composite reliability. So go to your results, these are the final results, and look at the option that is construct reliability and validity. Just click into it. So have a look, we are having two values like Cron-Batch alpha and composite reliability as well. Have a look, these are the values of Cron-Batch alpha and these are the value of composite reliability as well. So as we know that the threshold limit of composite reliability and Cron-Batch alpha, it must be greater than 0.60. So if we can see that the value of innovative performance, Cron-Batch alpha and composite reliability are greater than the threshold limit. So this is the reason all four values of our variable are in green color, which shows that these are lies within the acceptable limit. These are basically the variable name: innovative performance, knowledge exploration, knowledge transformation, and knowledge utilization. So this is a simple way. This is how we establish the reliability analysis of our data. So the next and final step is that how do we interpret and copy and paste these multiple variable outcome into our Word document. So have a look. So first of all, just I am going to copy a model. Just click on file, export as image to file, export as image to clipboard. Just click into it, open your Word document, which is basically data reliability analysis. So have a look. This is how we are able to perform data reliability analysis. Just copy and paste your variable. These are basically we can say that the outer loading of our item, and simply in this study we establish data reliability with the help of different methods, including the first one is outer loading, the second one is composite reliability, and the third one is Cronbach alpha. As we discussed earlier that we need to mention the threshold limit of these different methods, and then we can state that mention all those items that we have deleted, and then we can state that the values are lies within the threshold limit, so we can say that we establish data reliability. So in our case, so we delete the item that is ERL 5 and 6. ERL 5 items are deleted, ERL 5, ERL 6 team may have no issue, ETL 1 and ETL 4 as well. ETL 1 and ETL 4, because the reason is that because these values does not lies within the acceptable limit. However, other items establishes data reliability because so this is how we are able to interpret data reliability analysis. Now we need to put a table which shows that we have performed data reliability analysis with the help of three different methods. So have a look. Now we need to copy and paste table values as well. So here we are. The first one is outer loading. Click in Excel format, paste it, have a look. So these are basically the outer loading. We need to also put other procedure as well. Copy these values of these table as well. So these are the values. Composite reliability, these are the values of composite reliability and Cronbach alpha as well. So this is how we are able to perform multiple analysis to analyze reliability analysis in SmartPLS 3. So first of all, we need to analyze reliability analysis, that is outer loading of our items. We need all the outer loading of the item must retain or greater than 0.60. Secondly, we should measure Cronbach alpha value and composite reliability. These values must be greater than 0.60 as well. So here we are. In this session we are able to perform an easy way to analyze reliability analysis. Thank you very much.